Hi everybody. This is a review of the Power Build Audi World Rally team set, and everything you see here is what comes in the box. I bought this on Amazon, and I think it was $54 from one seller, but other sellers were selling it for 69. So I didn't really, know what the difference was because they were showing, pictures of this completed item, and they were the stock photos. So I got the item. It wasn't included in the original box. I was missing maybe one or two pieces, and the one piece had to deal with on here, on this side of the headlight area, the right front corner of this Audi. Initially, I thought that this hood was not fitting on correctly because I had taken off some additional studs and replaced it with something else. But apparently, in the pictures I've seen and also from other builders and YouTubers, the hood on this particular model does stick up like that. I also put in a couple different studs here and here because it didn't seem like the roof was not the roof, but the glass was sitting right for the windshield, and because of that, it's not sitting flush here. Okay, so I don't know if it's supposed to be at an angle. Okay, but when I just tack it on here, it kind of lifts up. I can push it down, but it stays. In any event, also the manuals that I got, the three of them. One manual's for the truck with the trailer. The next manual was for this car, and the third manual was for this car. The covers of the manual were like just plain cardboard. The interior was, completely fine. It had all the necessary instructions. Now, due to the missing piece or pieces, it might have only been one or two pieces. And the particular seller that I got this from, he's no longer listed on Amazon. So I don't know the name of the seller. When I go back to my Amazon purchases, this is not even on there. Okay. Now, again, you could still get this set from Amazon. I've seen it listed for $69, and it looks like it would come with the original box if that's something that you want. There are also other alternative brand sellers, and I think I've seen it also as low as like maybe $52 or $53 for like maybe one of those Chinese companies. And it looked like that one came with the box. But in any case, Amazon, they have a return policy and everything. And if you need something, they usually take care of it. So you're safe getting it from Amazon, I would think. I'm not disappointed that I can't contact the seller. It's just that I think the headlight on here might just be a little bit off from the other side. Okay, but other than that, there are like no gaps or anything like that. The next thing is, when I got it, I couldn't determine what was, the first book. Okay, well, the bags were numbered really well, so they had like three big bags, and in the bags they had like 1-1, 1-2, 1-3, 2-1, 2-2, and so forth. So I built it that way. So the truck and the trailer turned out to be the first thing built. The trailer is easy. The fenders do come off a little bit because of how they're mounted on the bottom, but if it was Lego, it would be the same thing. The quality of the brick, I think, was absolutely fantastic. I think it was absolutely on par with Lego brick. No problems fitting things together. The clutch for everything was perfectly fine. No issues whatsoever with pieces not fitting or having to force things. I was very happy with that. And again, this is a power build set. Also, I'm going to point out something else out too regarding this set. And some of the pictures that I've seen from the alternative sellers, not Amazon, but some of the alternative brick sellers, and I think these are probably Chinese companies, is that I've seen additional, it's either decals or print that's not included on this set. Now, everything that you see here, this is all print. There are absolutely no stickers on this whatsoever. No stickers. All print. All right. So that's great. All right. And you could just match up the print, follow the pictures in the book, and everything just worked out good. Everything here print. Zero stickers. Period. And this is a fully licensed set. From what I understand, if Power Build sells a set that's fully licensed, it comes with print. If the Power Build does a mock of a real vehicle but doesn't have the license, they give you stickers. Okay, so it kind of makes sense. In any event, the trailer here is probably the weakest link. Let me see if I can get this off. It does have some flexibility with this. That kind of moves a little bit, okay, with the trailer. Here is a stand that you can move down for the trailer. So you can, put it down like that. And like I said, see there, that was the weak link for the trailer itself with the fenders. Okay, so I think probably the best thing would be take off these here and maybe run a plate across, all right, and attach it here, and then it'll be attached to the middle and here, and maybe that'll hold it on. Okay, but it's really more for me, it's really more for display, so it's not a big deal. When these start to fall off though, then the wheel here will rub on the fender. All right, so again, the weakest link to this is the trailer, not a big deal. There's also really nothing on the trailer to hold the car there. There are no ramps that go with the trailer, but they gave you ramp hooks here, which are the telephones, and then these two pegs right here. They'll keep the car probably basically from falling off the back. You have to move it forward to keep it centered, just like that. All right. The truck has opening features. You can take the top off, look inside. One other thing too that I did have a problem with, it wasn't with the truck itself, it was with this compressor, because you build this compressor. That gray plate right there, I added that from my inventory because these pieces here kept getting pushed off. So I added the plate. Now I took a look at a picture from, I think it was another seller that had more photos of the build in the interior. And there was a blue plate there that matched the color of the compressor that you're building. Okay, here's some jerry cans or gasoline cans. These rear doors open. I had problems with these tiles coming off, so all I did was I moved this spot down so it's flush with the base, and it doesn't seem to affect anything. The instructions call for it to be up here. If you wanted to add a little bit more stability, you could add like a 1x2 plate right there. So, like I said, this is just pretty much for display. I'm not going to play with it. All right. Not much to the interior. And also, as I said, on some of those other sets where I saw additional decals or stickers, I saw one here on this part, okay, in addition to some other areas. The interior, you have like a bench seat here. Doesn't really stay in place, okay. Got a gear shift, all right. And then this door right here, this piece sticks out because you could pull this off, and then you would stick it in that hole right there to hold it. All right, and then you have some, there's actually no more studs in here, okay, but you'd be able to display it like that, okay? So, I'll have to get this one later, all right? So in any case, I guess these here are to keep it from going too far in, okay, but these are in the correct location, all right? So, put this back on top, and this piece here. The one thing it did worry me about building this, and it didn't turn out to be a problem at all, was this rail around the top of the roof. It's held in by 1, 2, 3, 4, like 6 clips. Wasn't a problem at all. I was able to get it in. It didn't, move on me, but in any event, I thought it would be a problem. It didn't turn out to be a problem. Okay, so lucky there. That was just happened to be a concern. Probably if it was a Lego set, I'd be honest with you, it would probably give me a problem. All right. What's cool about this set, and I'll fix that later. Okay. Let me see here. Whoops. I just lost the wheel. Thank God. What's cool about this set is the wheels. The axle come with extra wheels that match the wheels on the car. So they're interchangeable, okay? And you get 2 full sets. So you get 8 more wheels that stick up here. These boxes here, they're empty, all right? But, you can display it with a lot of different things. All right. Again, the first car I built, aside from the missing piece here, I had problems getting these sides panels on. They gave me a hard time, so it took longer for this particular vehicle, and but that was basically it. Also, this set does not come with a pre-built like chassis like you might get in the Speed Champions from Lego. So you're actually building this with 2, I think they're 2x12 or 2x14 plates, and then you're attaching like a 8x4 plate to hold them together, and the whole good thing there. Okay, so it's kind of cool. None of this has any of those pre-built chassis. Whether that makes a difference to you or not, I don't know. This antenna, that's on in the right spot. Okay, so that's fine. It's supposed to be like that. All right. So it's not supposed to be centered. Overall, aside from this particular car, the truck went together well, the trailer went together well, and it did take me a lot of extra time to build this, but that wasn't because I'm slow. I was actually talking to someone because I did all this stuff live. All right. This one here, I don't think it's made to really have a lift-off hood, but if you do take the hood off, you do have an engine there. Okay, so that's kind of cool too. All right, just so you know. This one, no, you don't. All right, but like I said, you kind of see how it's kind of raised there. I believe it's supposed to be that way. Now, when I said that I had to add extra plates and studs here for the window so it would kind of hold the roof on and look a little bit more uniform, I added those from my inventory, from extra parts from, building other Speed Champions and things like that and other sets. However, when it came to this car, it might also be builder error and not the manufacturer, okay, or the fault of the instructions. All right, so it might strictly be my fault. All right, in building, I could have missed something. Again, all printed pieces on this car, the third car, and the interior. This one I didn't have to use any extra parts from my inventory. This one went together flawlessly. All right. So, if you are a fan of Audi cars, if you're a fan of racing or rally cars, or just want to build something cool that's quality, I think this was a great set. Also, give me 1 second, because you can actually get minifigures in these two cars. They are minifigure scale. Now, this right here, and sorry, this has got some dirt on here, is Lego. This did come with stickers, and I did not put any of the stickers on. I do have the stickers with the book with this, so I still have it. All right, but this is a very similar car. With my Legos, I do keep the drivers with the car. This does not have a back window. The colors are very similar. Okay, let me keep that off for the time being. All right, very similar. Front end, very similar. Maybe this is a different year car. I'm not sure. I'd have to take a look at the instructions. The wheelbase looks like it's about the same. Let me do it this way. So the wheelbase looks the same. The wheels are the same size. The wing is slightly different on the Lego model. The Power Build model only has one seat. The right-hand side of the vehicle is like equipment and race stuff. The Lego model has an extra seat, and I keep their hair element in there too, but get this guy out of here. And I'll show you. They fit perfectly in the cars. completely. The steering wheel area is built differently in the power build models, so you can actually tilt the steering wheel up and down. All right, so that's not going to stop you. If you have it pushed too far down, you can tilt it up. All right, and you get him situated in there. They will snap in because there's studs on the bottom. I don't know why this one's not snapping in right now, but in any case, let me get this back on and put his roof back on. And again, this is print Audi team. Their Lego car came with stickers, and I did not put any of the stickers on. And you can see how well he fits in there. Okay, there is room above the helmet. All right, so he fits perfectly in there. No problems whatsoever. All right, so we can take the driver out of here. And this car, like I said, even though I had a problem with it, this one here, you see how the steering wheel's pushed down? You can tilt that up. So you can get a minifigure in there if that's something you want to do. Let's see if I can. Yeah, okay. I got it. I tilted that up. And put his helmet back on. No problems whatsoever. Actually, there might be even more room in this one than the other one. Okay. So yeah, he's in there pretty good. As you can see there, he's not even touching the roof. All right. So these are minifigure scale cars. They're great. It was really a great build. Aside from the one car, but again, that could be my error and not the manufacturer or parts quality or anything like that. Again, getting back to the minifigure, the truck is not minifigure scale. You can't put a minifigure in here unless you took out that built seat. So it's a little bit high. If you really wanted to get a minifigure in there, you probably could if you took that out. There aren't any studs in the back of the truck for a person to stand if you're going to display it, okay, that way. So, but in any event, I just wanted to point out that this was really, I don't know why this guy's helmet will not stick. The helmet keeps falling off. This was really a fun build. And I'm glad that I did get it. I actually saw this initially on Clever Pig's YouTube channel. If you've ever watched him, you might want to check him out. Most of the stuff he does, at least everything I've seen he does, are car related, like me. So I will do some buildings and stuff like that. But now I can't get this back on. Anyway, if you're looking for a really good set, power build, pick this up. Do some shopping around. I've seen it as high as, I think, 129 or 139 on one site. Again, Amazon has it for 69, but I think you can find it cheaper with some other sellers. So if you're really interested in it, pick it up. All right. Questions, comments, leave them below. And I'm just glad I was able to compare it to a Lego model. Like I said, I don't put stickers on the Lego models, so you know, that's why you don't see a lot of the similar livery. So all right, so again, I appreciate it, you stopping by. Please leave a comment, leave a like. If you don't like it, you can use thumbs down. Tell me why you don't like it. So whatever you could do so that I can become better, let me know. Suggestions are appreciated. And again, feel free to ask questions. And I also have a poll up. I created a community tab on my YouTube channel. So if you do like the brick building models, keep checking back. I want to continue to build those live so I can interact with people. Generally, because of my work schedule, the time for me to do that's on the weekends. Or if I do it on the weekday, it'll either be because I'm home from a holiday or vacation, or you know, wasn't feeling well to go to work, something like that nature. If you do catch me on a weekday, but I appreciate it if you would all please like, share, and subscribe. And for those people who watch me for the die cast, here's a sneak peek, as well as some other buildable cars. Okay, so yes, I'm still collecting die-cast. That's not going to stop. All right, everybody, thank you. Take care, and please have a good and safe week.